Hello, everyone. This is your market update for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. Starting with the gold cycle indicator remains pegged at 450. We're extremely overbought, and I am looking for a top in gold. We don't have a confirmation of that yet, but it could come any day. If we look over at the gold cycle indicator, that's this red line here. Prices have been above it for 7 trading days. That's unusual. Uh, it doesn't always time a top, but it tells you we are probably getting close. And right now, just today, prices tag this trend line. This trend line goes back, I don't know, about a year and a half, I think. And this has capped most of the rallies here. So we're at it again, and we're going to see what gold does from here. Timing cycle wise, we are past the 115-day mark. I think it's 121 days, but it's possible the cycle extended a few days beyond the norm just to tag the trend line. So we'll see if prices turn lower from here. Basically, I'd be looking for progressive closes back below the red line, which is the upper boundary of the gold cycle indicator, to support a top. One possibility is if prices continue higher and they ignore the trend line, and we see prices stay above this level for maybe 2 or 3 days and they continue higher, that would open the window for a mini blow off top towards maybe 4,500 before we see a sharp pullback. I'm going to take you over to the 2006 rally here. We had prices consolidating below the 450 level for our years and years and years. They finally broke out, and this was kind of the initial impulse wave. But the final blow off top here into 2006, prices rallied, I think, something like 37% in about 2 months. So from March 10th, roughly, of 2006 to May 12th of 2006. Yeah, it was about 36% in 2 months. That was insane. And then prices corrected sharply. I think that correction was about 25% in about a month's time frame. So, yeah, a little over a month. So from May 12th, roughly, to June 15th, prices fell 25% after rallying almost 37% the prior 2 months. So it's like the rubber band effect. The more the rubber band gets stretched in one direction, the sharper the decline. So if we go back to the current daily chart, if it does continue, I'm going to get rid of this. Upper boundary here of the gold cycle indicator. If it continues above this and we see this stretch, right now I think we are from this most recent low, prices have rallied something like 25%, which is insane. 24, pretty much 24, almost 25%. So if we continue higher, maybe to 35%, I don't know that we'll get to 36 or 37%, but 35% would take us to around 4,500. Um, if we did hit that level, then again, I think we would probably see a very similar sharp pullback, maybe lasting a month or two. That should take us back towards the 3,500 level. We have this consolidation here, and I think we're going to revisit this level at some point, maybe in the next 6 months. When, I don't know exactly, but right now we got to see what prices do at the trend line. Are they going to turn lower, or are they going to continue to climb through here? We'll know here probably by the end of the week. Over to silver futures, currently trading at $50.28, kind of making this large indecision day. So futures hit a high of $52.49. I think spot prices were a little bit higher than that, but we're above 50, and we're going to see if this extends further. Now, if gold does go above that trend line and maybe rallies towards 4,500 before pulling back, that would open the window for silver to go, I think, much further before we see a pullback. So we got to kind of keep an eye on what gold does here. If we go over to the spot price, I think here on the hourly chart, the high here was $53.62 in spot. That was around 1 a.m. Over to the gold to silver ratio, we are at this trend line here, and I think we're going to either see prices stabilize and bounce, the ratio possibly rebounding back to 86 to 88 before we make another attempt at breaking the trend line. Or if gold continues higher and silver continues higher, we could see it slice through here soon. And that would support silver going to maybe towards $60. if we see a sharp breakdown here. Overall, I'm still expecting on the next 5 year low here, probably sometime in the first half of next year. So I do think silver is going to make some more upside here against gold before that turns lower. Over to GDX was up yesterday, 4.74%. Held the trend line, really didn't make a new all-time high yet. It looks like miners are kind of lagging gold right now. Gold continues to surge, making new all-time highs, but miners have been lagging here the last few weeks. And I think that supports that maybe momentum is rolling over and that we could see that pullback here. So right now I'm looking for prices to close below this gap here, close below $76 basically would fill this gap and support a breakdown. Over to Bitcoin here, currently trading at 111,159. I think this could be a potential cycle top. We're going to find out here. Had this big washout day. I think something like 19 billion was liquidated out of leveraged accounts last Friday. That was the largest liquidation ever. Prices rallied, rebounded, and it looks like they're turning lower after retesting the 50-day EMA. So I think if this continues lower, remember October is one of the strongest months, especially in a post-halving year. If this continues lower and takes out these recent lows here, I think this level here was around 107, 107.5. If we take out that level here in the coming days, I think that would put the odds of a cycle top here in October at around 60%. To confirm basically a new bear market in Bitcoin, prices have to close progressively back below the 50-week moving average, which I think is currently around 100,000. So we're quite a ways away from confirming a top, but last Friday's meltdown and liquidation wiped out, I think, 1.6 million trading accounts were affected. A lot of people lost all their money in their leverage trading accounts. So if this continues lower and we get a couple closes below the 50-week moving average, that would confirm a new bear market and then set us up for that potential low here in October of next year, which I think would probably be a very good buying opportunity for select cryptocurrencies. So that's it for now. Have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later.